Hello, it is Friday, and I'm down here in the basement. I've just pulled a small order, but it's a good order. So they ordered this brick. It's a dark orange brick, 2x4. They got a bat. They got this head here. It is two-sided, so you got this side here and that side there. And then they got this idol. And this idol is probably the standout piece in the whole order. It was $13.60 or so. So yeah, that's really cool. So we're going to get this order packed up and sent out. I don't have any other orders at the moment, so we'll see what happens. I do have some figures to go over from the boarding of the Tantive 4. I have to get those priced. I have somebody who's interested now from the lug in the Fleet Troopers. And then, so I need to get the Captain Antilles, the Darth Vader, and then the 5s ready to go. And it's possible they might go to Bricks Rock. We're going to have to see about that. And then I've got all these plates to deal with too. So I got a lot going on, but we'll get there. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. And it's kind of funny because my new vlog is due to go out like this minute or the next minute. So hopefully people will watch that and enjoy that. Thank you. Hello. Here we are back in the basement a little bit later on Friday, and I had an order from somebody in the lug, and they wanted to come pick it up tonight. So we've just pulled that, and that's the order right here. Lots of standard parts for the most part. Dark blue, dark green, dark red, lots of those. Some black. I got 40 of these tan pins, some tile, snot. There's some little tiny tires, and there's some wheels to go in some of them. So yeah, just a random assortment of stuff. I kind of have half an idea what he's working on, but not 100%, so it's always nice to see what we got going on. I also picked this up at Bricks Rock for him. It's a kind of a rare base plate that he has one of, and he wanted a second one, and so I managed to find one for him. So yeah, I'm sure he'll be glad to see that. As always, thank you, and we'll come back with more updates later. Hello, I'm back again on Friday, a little bit later. I've had the order picked up, that's taken care of. And I just pulled 2 orders. We're going to take a look here what we got. This order here, I picked up a couple of new pieces, and then each of the 2 different astronaut figures, which I believe came in the lunar lander, but I'm not 100% sure. I think so. And then over here, just a smattering of used pieces, but lots of pieces that are round in some way. That one's not really round other than the stud, but a lot of these other ones are round in some way. So that's kind of an interesting theme. Second order down here, they got 3 of the same head there. They were the last 3 I had. 8 of those backpacks. I have a few more left. And then this minifigure, which I believe is Frodo Baggins, if I remember correctly. Somebody I know through Discord, and they are collecting the Lord of the Rings figures. So that's one of them that I had that they needed. And we're going to get these 2 orders ready to go out tomorrow. As always, thank you. Hello, back again. And I finished packing those 2 orders. And something interesting is going to happen probably tomorrow over this direction. Doesn't happen all that often, but it does happen sometimes. I'm going to have to replace the stickers on the label printer because I have 1 left. And then we'll have to load up another 500 of them. Luckily, I've got like 1,500 of them floating around here somewhere. I just got to track them down. They might be, that box may be full, may be empty, I'm not certain. But they're around somewhere. And then, yeah, we'll be up for probably a few more months at least. And I think it's probably near the end of what I'm going to be doing tonight. We will see. But thank you very much. And we'll be back in another clip. Hello. It is still Friday. Back again. I finished up the video and I was doing my thing, and I got another order. So I'm like, well, I'm going to try to get to the post office tomorrow anyway, because I want to get the 2 orders out that I have. And so I pulled it. So we're going to go take a look at that right here. New pieces. They got a couple of different tiles. The 1x2 in dark bluish gray. They got like 115 of those. 2x4 in white. 6 of those. Got a bar, and then one of these 1x1 modified round plates with a hole in it. And then a 2x14 plate in white. For used, they got a 2x16 plate in red, this red wedge, just the one side. Some of these, the 2x8 white plates, 1x3 dark bluish gray plates, 1x3 white plates, 1x2 transparent neon green, and then 4 of those lightsaber blades in light bluish gray. That's it. So we're going to get these two orders. We're going to get this order out to join the other two, and then we'll see what we're up to. Hopefully, I actually can rest at that point. Thank you. Hello. It is Saturday, and it is actually early enough for me to get to the post office, which is good because I had another order come in. It's kind of small. They got these two new pieces here, and then they got these used. So not too much. I think these flags are kind of the most interesting piece, probably. This is just an older piece, but those are kind of a little on the interesting side. But we'll get this packed up quick and add it to the pile to take out, and then we'll head to the post office. As always, thank you. Hello again. I'm back here over in Ben's area, but only because the sticker printer's here, and I forgot I used the last label. So I have to get more labels loaded before I can print the label for that last package and get it to the post office. So we're going to see if I can get this done quickly enough. But there you go. Went through another 500 labels. Thank you. And here we are. We've got the labels loaded. And this is the first ever I was able to load the labels without losing a single label. Usually it gums up once and I have to pull the first label off or something like that. But got it perfect. First try. So there you go. And there's actually, there's 1,000 labels in here. So each package has 500. So there you go. 500 labels. We'll be good until next year. Thank you. Hello. We are back again. I did not go to the post office. I was leaving the house and my mail carrier was pulling up to the mailbox. So I just walked down and passed the packages on to them. So that made that whole process a lot easier. I'm in the basement again. I got another small order. This is for somebody in the lug who'd like to pick this up. And I actually might try to get this ferried to her. She is at an event this weekend. And I know somebody who's going to the event. So I may give them to that person to take there. But yeah, we've got these stem pieces here. 100 of those. 10 of these little tiny ones. Little twigs, I think they're called. And then 10 of these, the Travis bricks. There's 4 studs on each of the 4 sides along with the top. So yeah, and all in reddish brown. So we're going to get that ready to go. And also, so yesterday I was spending some time in the evening working on this. So now, right here, these are parts that are going to be going to Bricks Rock that they've decided to purchase. These are parts that are going to somebody in the lug. And then these are all the rest of the parts from both the upset and the boarding the Tantive 4. So we have files for this ready to go, and we're going to get that uploaded very shortly. But yeah, otherwise we're doing pretty good, and I think I'm going to cut it right there, and we're going to get this packed up and ready to go, and then we're going to move on to the next thing. Thank you. Hello, it is Monday, and I had 5 orders to pull. Plus an order for Bricks Rock. I did not do much of anything on Sunday. I had gaming in person, not here, and that was fun. And so I've already pulled 4 of the 5 orders. These are the smaller ones. We're going to start at the bottom. So this one here, we'll start over here. This order here, they ordered a bunch of the Friends animals, plus some accessories. They got a mixer and a mixing bowl, a couple of these, I think they're medical screens. And then some dishes. Several of them, all of these have the stickers on the bottom, so it kind of shows what's being cooked or served. And then just a couple of other random pieces over here. These are the new ones. Over here, just these 3 different parts. This one gear type thing, it's a little different than a standard gear. The one thin lift arm, and then you can kind of see these 2 lines. Those are the light things. I can't remember what these are called. That's just brilliant of me. But they've been sticking out of a drawer for quite a while. There's one more in the drawer, but it's a little more curled, and so it's not sticking out, and so I'm not going to worry about that. I sent what I would consider the better ones, because they probably come straight. I can't imagine they come curled. This order here, they got these 2 used minifigures. And then this one new head. Pull it out here. It seems like it is dual-sided, so you've got that on one side and that on the other. Whoa! And then the top order, no new parts. These 2 tan parts used. And then these 3 parts right here in new condition, are in used condition. Those are all 1x2 panels. You can turn it side there and you can kind of see that it's a panel. And they're all printed. And these all came out of the Berlin architecture set. And they're not cheap. They're not cheap at all. Let's see. Looking it up here. So, the one on the right with kind of like the arch type look, I believe that one is $8. Let me verify that. Taking me a moment here. Navigate to the right place. Yeah, so that's like $8.22 that it sold for. The one on the left, which kind of has the arrow on it, you can see there, that one was $35, just a tiny shade over. And the one in the middle there was $10.75. So that's like 35, 45, it's like over $50 in parts right there, just those 3. But they were only in the one set, and so either they're trying to recreate that set, or perhaps they want to use these desperately in something else. So yeah, that is what we've got going on for that. I do have one more order to pull, plus the one for Bricks Rock, which I've actually already pulled. The one for Bricks Rock is really simple. It's this Yoda minifigure in new condition, so that's why he's not together. Yeah, so we'll bring that over to them probably tomorrow. Ben is expected here today, and actually he might be working tomorrow, so I might just send it with him over to Bricks Rock. And so yeah, we'll get some more stuff done there. I still have these large plates to deal with. I'm going to deal with those shortly. Well, I say shortly, I got to deal with these orders. And then I do have to leave the house today. I've got the steering committee meeting for Bricks Rock, or for Rock Lug. And so yeah, that is what I'm up to. So we're going to get this stuff packed up, and then we will come back after we pull the 5th order. As always, thank you. Hello. It is a bit later, and I have gone through and I have pulled the next 2 orders. And I say 2 because while I was pulling the other 4, I had another one to add to the 5th. So this top order is the one that was already here. Lots of like small quantity Technic pieces, small quantity tiles, some minifigure parts, and then they also got a bunch of tools in new condition, onesies of all that, and then they got a bunch of onesies in used condition for the same, a torso, perhaps to go with the legs and the head, some eggs, just some other Technic parts. This one's kind of interesting. This is the same part here and here, but the one on the left has a slot in it that you can see, and the other one does not. So there you go. They ordered both of those. And then they also got sticker sheet and instructions for the ideas set for the dinosaur bones. So I'm thinking they might be trying to recreate that, because I did get some of those and some of these white barbs. So they might be trying to build this. So there you go. Second order, much larger as far as part count, but not many different parts. So they got like, geez, I think 277 of that one, 135 of that, 100 of that, 40 of that, and then like a dozen of these and 14 of those. So yeah, we'll get these packed up. These won't be too terribly bad. We're still expecting Ben. It's not his time yet, and we'll see what else we can get into. As always, thank you. Hello. I am back home. Steering committee meeting, and that's done. 3 orders pulled. So this top order is very much gray and yellow. Some trans red, some black, but otherwise it's dark bluish gray and yellow. I guess the treads are pretty interesting. That's kind of the only one that I felt was really interesting. Second order here, 150 of that one piece. That's it. 1x2 by, I believe, 3 brick in light bluish gray. There you go. And then the last order, they got these 2 pieces new, and then these few pieces in used, including these gears. These gears were about $1.25 a piece. So that's probably the big winner as far as these 3 orders go. This printed tile, it's called Batman merch or Bat merch. It looks like it's the bat symbol with like the green money kind of looking corners, which is kind of funny. And then so these 3 orders, that's what I had since late this afternoon. So yeah, that's not bad at all. Not bad at all. So we're going to get these 3 taken care of and ready to go out. And then we're going to see if we can get to putting parts away. I know Ben has already gotten some figures put up in the store, so that's good. And he's working on some other stuff at the moment. So we will come back later with an additional update. Thank you. Hello. I am back in the store. It is Wednesday. I have no help coming today because my Wednesday person is out of town for the holiday. And I have one order. This came in later last night, and this is it. Lots and lots of tile. So yeah, and only a couple of pieces even have studs. So like these are all tiles. There's 2 different colors of this piece in here. This technically has a stud because it's a dish. There's the stud on the one side. And then another tile, this curved slope. It's a really cool piece. Got 10 of those. And then 50 of the dark gray 1x4 bricks. So I had 56. I'm down to 6 now. But yeah, they bought 50 of them. That was a nice little sale. And so that clearly has studs on it. So we're going to get this packed up and ready to go out. The reddish orange on that 1x4. Really great color. Just an amazing color. And so, yeah, we're going to go ahead and get this packed up. I was kind of waiting to see if another order came in today that I could then pull them both at the same time, but that did not happen. I also got a bunch of the smaller large plates put away. Kind of sounds backwards, smaller large plates. So those are some drawers I need to adjust. And then the only thing I have left currently ready to go is this. And actually I have to do counting on them. It's all been quality controlled. Although I will say, I do have some other stuff that I just found recently. I had to put these sets up here because I just bought 5 of this on a great sale through Walmart to part out. And I think I might have another one somewhere as well. But some 1x4s got found. These were ones that were sitting over here. And I think when the person made the file, the 1x4s, they missed them. And that's fine. I'll go ahead and take care of those and get those put away. So that'll be some more parts going into the store. Tomorrow, I'm going to a friend's place. A bunch of people are getting together there for Thanksgiving. And I don't know that I'm going to plan on trying to get anything done. So we'll see how that goes. And I do have a customer contacted me about a missing piece in their order. It was from, when was it? I think Friday is when I shipped that out. And so, I have more of the piece, and I said, I can give you free shipping if you want to order anything more. Otherwise, I can just send the part out. And then I, out of curiosity, went and I checked, and it's visible on the clip. It's not one that's been published yet, but it'll be in the next vlog, and so you would have seen it already by the time you're seeing this. So the part is visible there, so I'm a little surprised that they didn't get it. I did ask them to double check to make sure that it wasn't hiding somewhere because it was in my video. But in any case, we will go ahead and continue from there. And if you have any questions, please leave them down below. Hello. It is Thursday, the day before the vlog should go out. It's also Thanksgiving here in the United States. And happy Thanksgiving to everybody. You're seeing this late. Hope you had a good day. In any case, I finished putting away all the large plate. None on the cart, none up there. The only thing I have left for large plate is this box right here. And so we'll get to that hopefully tomorrow. And then, so yesterday, I did some Thanksgiving type shopping, and I got some stuff to eat and that kind of thing. But I stopped by Bricks Rock. And so last week on Tuesday, I don't think there was any vlog content at all, or if there was, it was very short, because I went with the owner of Bricks Rock and another person. The 3 of us went to Buffalo to pick up a large purchase that he was arranging to make from somebody there. It's like 100 to 150 sealed sets plus a bunch of used sets and things. And a lot of the sealed sets were really old classic sets. Not super, super old. We're probably like late 90s, early 2000s for the most part. Like a couple examples where there was a sealed Green Grocer, a sealed Emerald Knight, like the entire run of Monster Fighters. I think most, if not all, of the Lone Ranger sets. Just a whole lot of stuff. Just some amazing things. So it was really cool to help out with that. It was probably 9 to 10 hours of time total. So we were gone a long time. And because of that, he allowed the two of us that had helped him out, kind of like first pick at stuff we might want. And there wasn't a lot that I felt like I really wanted per se. But I did get, and I think I mentioned this previously, the service pack here. It has been opened, but it's complete. So it's got the packaging for the service pack and all the parts. So I did buy that from him previously, but then he got all the rest of the stuff set up, ready to be bought, because what he's doing is tomorrow at 8 a.m., they're opening early and starting to sell off that stuff, and they've been kind of advertising that they've got a bunch of new stuff. These are the figs that Ben has uploaded recently, because he was here on Monday. And so this is what I bought out of that stuff, and it's kind of a fun thing. It's basically all 4 of the Toys R Us micro modular type buildings. So the Bricktober Town Hall, the Bricktober Theater, the Bricktober Fire Station, and the Bricktober Pizza Place. I might have one of these, I think, maybe even 2, but I figured I'll just buy all of them, have the full set. There's a thing on one of the sides, I thought. Yeah, there it is. So this is the 4th one. Did I put them down in the right order? No, there's the first one. And then this one is the 3rd one, which makes this one the 2nd one. And this is from, what year is this? 2014. So these sets are 11 years old. So yeah. But that's what I bought. Just my receipt in there. Or actually, that's a post office thing. Otherwise, I did have some stuff come in. Let me move the service pack away. I got this big box from Lego. And then underneath it, there's something else as well. So we're just going to open up the big box first. And I'm just going to set the camera down like that while I open up a knife. There we go. And we'll just go ahead and open this up. It's a little easier to open with 2 hands, because then I can lift the one flap a little bit as I do that. But anyway. And look at that, paper. We got some paper. Move my chair out of the way. There we go. All right, so what do we have in here? All right, so first off, I see this one. This is the Insiders Retro Space Explorer set. I want to make sure I got that. It was 2,400 points something. It's a fairly chunky box. It's weighty, so there's going to be a good number of parts in there. Let's see. I also got this, which was a promo, the hot chocolate stand, which I thought was really cool. So we got that. And then this, which was also a promo, the Mini Knights Castle. That's really cool. 590 pieces. That's a good chunk of pieces there. And then I bought one of these, the Wednesday Addams figure. Mainly because I just thought it was interesting, and I might know somebody that I would give this to. We will see. And then this item here. Now I'm going to get this paper out of the way first, which won't stay on the floor, but for the time being, it's on the floor. Let's see. I think the best way, we'll just turn this like this. We are going to hold the camera as I find my knife. There it is. Cut through the tape. It's not red, though. All right, let's see if that did it enough. I think so. Right, so it opens in a different way than I was expecting. All right, so now this should just lift up. Not really used to doing this with one hand. There we go. And of course it's not really easily visible, so we're going to set the phone down again briefly. Alright. There we go. And so then there's what we got. It's the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory set. It's one of the idea sets, and I've been trying to collect all the idea sets, and I had realized somewhere recently that I'm behind like 3 or 4 of them, and then this one ended up being on sale on Lego extra points for it or something like that. I can't remember if it was extra points or an actual discount or whatever. I just don't remember. So I got that, and then the Wednesday set in order to qualify to get this one, which was, I think, a $250 spend. And then this one was a lower spend, so as long as you get this one, you're going to get this one. And then this one was one I had to redeem points for. So yeah, that's what we got going on here. I don't know what else I need to go over. I'm going over to a friend's for Thanksgiving, and we'll have a good time there. But otherwise, that's about the size of it. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. I need to try to get some of this stuff put away, and I'll see you in the next clip. Thank you. Hello again. I realized I forgot to talk about what was underneath the box, but that's right here. I picked up a copy of the Lego minifigure of Visual History, the new edition with the new minifigure here. Right there. And you can actually touch the minifigure. You can open up his visor right through there. I think it looks like he's got some rubber or something holding him in around his feet and around his neck. And then if you open up this, there's like a little flap that you can open up to get to him. But yeah, and then the book itself, it's pretty thick because they have to have that thick section in the front to hold the minifigure. But even the book itself is fairly thick. So yeah, it's kind of nice. I like getting those, the different figures from that. But that's it. We're going to go back to my regularly scheduled whatever it is I got to do. Thank you. Hello. It is later on Thursday, and I'm waiting for midnight to come around and maybe make a purchase on Lego.com. But on top of that, I'm back from my Thanksgiving festivities, and I stopped at the post office box and got a message that an order had come in. Yes, I placed a Bricklink order, and this is the order over here. Just all these different containers of different parts. And what this was kind of an interesting thing. The customer had wanted to get some parts from my store, and they were running short on money, but they had a store themselves, and they were looking to trade, essentially. So what I did is I placed an order, and then they placed an order with me, which is actually one of the 2 orders I still have to pull. So yeah, I got this one pretty quick. I'm very happy about that. And hopefully in the next few days I will work on getting these parts in. They're all used parts, but that's all right. They look fairly well sorted, so I'll be able to get a lot of this done fairly quickly, I think. In any case, that is what I got going on. This is the last clip for the vlog. I do have 2 orders I need to pull. See, right there, Lego website on the screen. I have 2 orders I need to pull. And I will do that probably, I might do it tonight. We'll see. Because I may have to do some running around tomorrow as well. And we'll see how early I will be up doing that, since it's Black Friday, and we'll see how that goes. As always, thank you, and enjoy the vlog.